What's going on, guys? What's up? Brian Sapp here with another NRW checkpoint. Brian, how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I had a good day today, so I can't complain
Yeah,
about that one. Friday has been good to me.
fantastic. Yeah.
But this week has not been a good week for the gaming world at all.
No.
First, the story just broke today, and we'll get
Mhm.
to the other one because I got some explicit language for that one.
Okay.
And we got to wait a little bit till we get into the video. But
Okay.
the something that most video game pundits, journalists have suspected for quite a while has been
Mhm.
officially announced today, and
Mhm.
GTA 6 has been pushed back to, is it spring of 2026 or May of 2026?
May.
May, so a whole year.
Yeah.
Um, and Brian, there's been a lot of talk about it being delayed because we haven't gotten a release date, and it was supposed to be out this fall or
Uh-huh.
winter. What are your thoughts on GTA 6 being pushed back?
I don't care.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on buying the game. I got rid of GTA years ago. I think, yeah, San Andreas was my last time like investing in that game. And it's nothing, I don't know, it's nothing against Rockstar or the game or anything. It's just I played pretty much most of the GTAs up until that point, and I'm like, this it's the same thing: shoot, stab, kill, rob, and abuse sex workers and blow cars up and evade the car. Like, it's always the same thing. Like it's a big open world where you can be the mischievous person that you can't be in real life because laws and real life.
Right.
So I don't know. I just kind of got bored of the premise. And I know it's pretty much going to be the same thing it has been since. So I was like, okay, I've been off the game for a while, so I don't really care about it. I figured that it was going to get pushed back because they put the trailer out and they was like, oh yeah, the next time we put a trailer out, we're going to tell y'all when it's coming out. And it's like, so why are you putting this trailer out now? A
Yeah.
trailer to announce that the release date is going to be on the next trailer. That was what it felt like to me. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I don't really care. It is what it is.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I've never been into the GTA series, personally speaking. I
Yeah.
tried five a little while ago, like the last time I was on Xbox Game Pass, not this time since it's back again.
Mhm.
Um, and I think I've told you before, for some reason, I am not a humongous fans of games when I actually shoot real people. I don't
Yeah.
I
It's
don't know
another,
why. I'm just like robbing banks and stuff is just for me never appealed to me.
yeah.
Uh so I'm not upset. I've saw many people in my circles online when this was announced today. They weren't upset. Um but a lot
I
of people
have
were.
been,
But
yeah,
it's
I've
only
been seeing
been
that.
12 years since 5 dropped originally on the 360 and PlayStation 3. Like this
Mhm.
game has lasted 3 generations
Yes.
and incorporated online play. They
Right.
don't need a 6
They don't. They literally, I
right
think,
now.
yeah, I don't think they need one at all. I think the six is literally just going to be a revised, like more fine-tuned and up-to-date game of more of the same. They're just trying to cash in on the fanfare. People like this. They love this series. They love this franchise. They love being able to shoot people, which is weird. They just like being evil on video games and being able to do what they want to do. So Rockstar knows this, and so it's like, okay, whenever we need a nice bag, so we can actually produce games that are a little bit more substantive, then we'll just put a GTA out and get this money and move on to the next project. I don't know. I don't think the developers care about the game as much as the fans do, and I think that's the problem. Because why is it taking 12 years to make another game?
Because they didn't need
Like,
to. And also they added the online. So they raking in
right,
money from online too.
exactly. So it's just like, why is it so long in between next game, and then you guys added an online feature till 5 after already didn't have one at launch. Y'all upgraded the game and sometimes, so much to the point where it's like, I don't know. they're not even really expansion packs. It literally just updates to the game now. So I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
GTA 5 to me, I feel like it's serving the purpose of Grand Theft Auto as a whole. Why we need a number six, especially knowing, you know what I'm saying, what we know about the game and the protagonist. I think, isn't this one gonna have a woman protagonist?
I have no idea. I really have no idea. I
Yeah.
think I watched the trailer when it came out and I've totally forgotten about it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think it's either going to be a woman protagonist or it's going to be two protagonists, and one of them is going to be a woman.
Oh Lord, can
Which
you hear all the anti-woke people talking?
exactly, right.
Oh
We know the
God.
game is going to drop. Everybody going to have something to say about this being a woman, especially if it's not one that
Oh God.
gamers feel like they're attracted to or they can sleep with. If
Oh
there was
my
the person
God.
was really like, I'm not into, I don't care about all
And these are
that.
grown men. And that's the
Yeah,
scary part. They're literally
I
grown
saw
men.
I saw a post today. I was like, GTA 5 came out when I was 12, and because of this delay, it means GTA 6 is gonna come out when I'm 25. And I'm like, yeah, you should
That's
be
kind of
feeling that
crazy
way.
when you think
That
about it.
is crazy. And you should be feeling that way because why is it taking so long on top of that? And then why are you so interested in this game?
Yeah, for real. That means I was 35. No, 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 no. Yeah, now, because that was what, 2013? It means I was 35 when
Yeah,
GTA 5 came out.
yeah. How
That's
old was I?
craziness.
4 years old? I don't know. Do the math, trying to do the math fast. Yeah, like 2021 or something like that.
No, it's
22.
2013.
So yeah, like 23. And
Yeah,
I'm like, or yeah, I'm like, what's the purpose? I don't know.
yeah.
I didn't care. To answer your question,
All right.
is
Well, ladies
it
and
is
gentlemen, we don't care, but let's talk about something we do care about.
right.
Okay. What the fuck, Microsoft?
Yeah.
Like, you know what though? Considering the uncertainty of the market and the market forces, and we know what that means, quote
Right.
unquote tariffs,
Right.
um, Xbox today, because that's not what I'm upset about. Because I understand that because I don't know, it's May 2nd. The 145, it's gonna be 145% tariffs went into place on
Right.
Japan and shit. So I'm not trying to get political, but that's the stupid just economic policy. Anyway, but so this is how it breaks down. Xbox
Mhm.
Series S half gig, excuse me, 512 gigs goes from 299.99, basically from 300 to 380. The 1 terabyte S goes from 350 to 430. The X digital goes from 450 to 550. And the X regular physical edition goes from 499, basically 500 to $600. And
Crazy.
then the 2 terabyte special Xbox Series X goes from 600, and my Xbox just turned on, goes from 600 to $730. I'm not mad at those. What
Bro.
I'm mad at, what did we say when the Switch games were announced? This was against the rest of the industry to raise their prices. And Microsoft's like, select first party games will be $79.99.
Yeah. Which which is crazy because
It's, you know what though? You
so
know what? And I'm not making this as an excuse, okay? Because I don't think games would be $80 anyway. But if anybody can make a real claim at why they should pay $80 for a game is Microsoft. Only because of the sheer number of studios that they own.
mhm. That
And
makes
this
sense.
sort of look, their output this year has been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Um, Only reason I still think it's bull, but they're like the only ones that actually can make a claim. Hey, we're using cutting. I mean, look, say what you want about Microsoft. Between all the divisions, with the way they're using Azure as far as their games concerned, cutting edge hardware. I'm just saying there's a lot of money invested from the whole freaking company, not just the Xbox division. Um,
Yes. Yeah.
I still don't agree with $80 games.
No,
I'm just saying
that's
if any of these companies had a good argument, it would be them. And I still would say it's crap.
Yeah.
Tell them how you feel, Brian.
I just don't like the precedent that it's setting for, or yeah, like that is setting up for the game industry as a whole. Like, because you think about this, like you just said, Microsoft owns a whole bunch of studios. But what is happening to studios across the game industry? They getting shut down. People losing their jobs. People are, waking up and
Hmm.
realizing like, oh, okay, somebody's planning on closing the studio in a year, so I gotta find something. Like the way the gaming industry is right now, how up in the air it is, how volatile it is, to come out and be like, not only are we cutting developers and studios and stuff like that and pushing games back that people have been waiting on for almost half their life or some shit like that, but we're also going to be charging $80 for premium games. And then this comes after Xbox has begun to allude to the fact that it might be a while before they produce a new Xbox console. They're focusing more on cloud gaming. They're trying to get their apps going and stuff like that. I'm like, so
I'm
what are you
cool with that.
charging $80 for? Like, what do you need to build some kind of new infrastructure to support like the
Yeah.
Xbox ecosystem without a console to compete for the next generation or something? Like,
They've already,
what
if
is the
we're doing
price?
console war stuff, they've already lost this generation.
Which is fine.
Honestly.
I
And
just want to understand why why they feel like they deserve $80 for their games when they're
yeah, I don't
already.
understand it either. Because
Yeah.
but you know what's gonna be $80 though? Call of Duty.
Yes, absolutely.
You know
Absolutely.
they will pay. Call of Duty
Yeah.
is gonna be the first one, I bet you. What else
Hey,
big releases coming out this week? This year?
well, what's
They
supposed to
said
be?
select and a lot. Honestly, as much as the little bit I played at South of Midnight, and that
Mhm,
wasn't even a full price game. That was like 49 or 59. I forget. I think it was 49.
mhm,
Um, ob- uh, ob- not Oblivion. Oh, the game by Oblivion. I forget it. Like I haven't delved deep into those games. I've just played a little bit.
mhm.
But if you say Hints Home and they try to charge $80 for one of those games, I would say get the fuck out of here. Like you must be out of your mind.
Right.
Like we talked on the phone today, and I told you straight up when Sony bring out with this, you know Wolverine's going to be $80 because you
Definitely.
know that. I mean that. Look, if Spider-Man cost $350 million, I can imagine that cost the same, and they barely broke even on
Right.
Spider-Man.
And because you say that, I'm trying to think like, because it's not unheard of for games to cost that much in today's time, but that usually comes with a bunch of like extra things.
Right, not
So
just the
are you
base game.
right? So I don't know. I need to understand this. Like,
And especially since they're digital. So you don't
yeah,
have any
just
of the
gotta say,
costs of shipping, producing cases.
right,
None of that stuff exists anymore. Now,
right,
that is my biggest issue with digital games. They found a way to fleece us with full
mhm,
price new games because there's no reason that that disc on the shelf should be the same price as that download because
right,
there's less cost involved. Even if it's nothing on the disc when we get it, that's still look, you got shipping, let's say all the costs. That's still maybe in theory is another $5 to the game. Because we know all those material stuff are pretty inexpensive because they buy them in bulk. But you still
right,
got transportation costs.
right,
You still got labor costs.
right,
So at least the digital game online should be at least $5 cheaper. At
right,
least.
right. Especially if it's a game that does not have an online component to it where you need to keep servers running for X amount of time where the
Exactly.
people enjoy the game. If this is just a regular game, like no online type of play or nothing like that, you just loading up a random RPG and playing, why am I paying $80 for that? And I can't even hold it physically.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Sony to do it. I mean, and mind you, Sony's already announced that they increased the prices of their consoles. So
Yeah, they
Microsoft is just following the trend again, and that's before the tariff. So
right.
who knows what Sony's console is going to be after the tariffs because they're going to have to do something.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if Microsoft is being honest, and I have to say if
Mhm.
about why they're increasing their prices, we only have one person to blame on this.
Yeah.
So, and there's going to be a reciprocal effect throughout the entire industry. But yeah, that's who we have to blame if they're telling the truth.
Right.
We live in unprecedented times where we are 5 years into a console cycle, and these consoles have gone up in price.
They right, not decrease, but going up.
Yes.
And then on top of that, they're already whispering about the next generation as if we're gonna be able to afford that with
Exactly.
Payton here and his tariffs.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
Gaming,
crazy.
unfortunately, has become a luxury instead of, and I mean luxury from a price point.
Hmm.
It is not an easy hobby, at least current gen gaming. It is not an easy hobby for someone to get into like it
Right.
used to.
Which is crazy because we don't
Yep.
even really have arcades like that for the sole purpose of going out and being able to game and meet and connect with people, but not have to spend no crazy amount of money to do that.
I mean, even the fact that Nintendo that the Switch is 450.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I just think that it's just my opinion based on what I've seen and based on my 40 plus years of gaming. I think we got a bubble coming. I think the bubble's going to burst soon
I
because
can, yeah,
this is the way a lot of this output is not sustainable. And like we said before, we've seen the stats. There are a handful of games that are played all the time. Your Fortnites, your Call of Duties, every other game is fighting for a smaller and smaller piece of the pie,
yeah.
unfortunately.
Well, I know. Hopefully, quality games just continue to come out. People
Yep.
stop being so money hungry and greedy and shit like that, and they just make games for the art of making games and loving games. We can get some great games because I've been playing Expedition
I
33.
was about to say I've been playing a little bit of it too.
Yeah, and so far I'm liking the game. I'm
Yeah,
about
same,
like two
same.
hours in, but
Yeah, I'm about
yeah,
an hour in myself.
yeah, like this is a quality game,
Yeah,
and they didn't hit me with over the head with the price, $50 to get out
yep,
our face. Enjoy. I appreciate it. Like
exactly.
that's what we need. I don't care for the next 2K to be $1,300. I don't is with a digital cover of Bronny James. I don't care about that.
Right,
Like just give me a solid game. Don't charge me too much for it, and lead me to the devices. That's it.
right. Yeah,
I don't need
I
pocket
will say this. I
bag.
love the
I need
character designs in that game. Absolutely love the character designs.
Yeah, yes. The combat is what it is for me. I like a
Yeah,
good
I
turn.
love the combination of like real time, turn
Yeah,
based, and QTE all at the same. Like
yeah,
I was impressed. It takes a lot of skill to pull off something like that. To mash
it
up all those elements
does.
into something that works, and not just works, it's intuitive.
Yes.
So,
And because that fucking, I don't know, man. I be trying to parry when I should just dodge.
right,
Every time I try to parry, I got like a 20% success rate with parries. I just get hit, man. I'm wasting time. My characters are dying. I go back to the flag to reset, heal myself. The damn enemy pop back up. I'm like, damn. Like,
right.
I don't know, but it's a fun game. I'm really enjoying it.
I agree with that one. All right, let's get into some games this week. Get a quick run through of some interesting titles. First up is Skin Deep on the PC. For those old enough, we are not talking about a movie version of the Blake Edwards movie starring John Ritter. I know that's over some of your heads. I'm an old head, sorry. But this Skin Deep is an immersive first-person game from Blendo Games. Players carry out jobs from for MyoCorp, an intergalactic insurance agency run by Blocky Cats.
Really?
Okay.
That's
The
interesting.
game features stealth and combat elements, allowing players to set traps and fight against pirates in space. They have my attention. Blocky
Yeah.
Cats and pirates in space. Okay.
Interesting concept.
Right. Oh, and that's on PC if I didn't say. Next up is KIBORG. It was on PS4, 5, Xbox Series, Systems, Xbox One, and PC. KIBORG is a roguelike beat 'em up game where you enhance your body with cybernetic implants. You've been sent to the worst prison in the galaxy for crimes you didn't commit. Isn't that always the case? The game features hand-to-hand brutality, tactical decision making, and cybernetic augmentation.
Okay.
And the next one is definitely the weirdest title of the week. Cato, buttered cat. Sounds like something Alf would eat. Another reference for y'all youngers out here. Old heads know what I'm talking about. Only has PS5 and Switch. Cato Buttered Cat is a puzzle game where you play as a cat that ventures out to retrieve necessary components for milk production. The game revolves around two main characters, Cat and Buttered Toast. Okay, I'm sure that's going to be an interesting one. And the first trailer we're catching is Cato, Buttered Cat. Here we go, Cato, Buttered Cat. This is not at all what I expected. That's pretty cool. They incorporate a lot of different puzzle games. That was interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, that was interesting. Definitely cool. I don't know, like a bunch of like mini games in
It
one,
seemed that
all
way.
centered around cat getting toast.
Yeah, the mini games as well as the sort of different. I wonder, the overarching story for it. Like, what will it be like?
Yeah.
So that's going to be very interesting. Yeah, it was like I said, was not what I expected in the least bit.
Not at all.
All right.
I'm intrigued though. That looks cool.
Yep. All right. Next up, let's get to KIBORG.
So, are you?
Damn! What have you done here? Bargain. This mega tower is the most secured prison in the galaxy, and the only escape from here is just sweet in our show. Of course, if you want to see your family again. Maybe you want to give up. No way, ugly boss. Oh, what a man! Have it away. The rules never change. Fight to gain freedom. Welcome to the last second.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm feeling this.
Oh, welcome to the jungle.
All right. All right, Brian, what you think of that, man?
That actually looked pretty dope.
Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah, I'm
agree
like,
wholeheartedly.
okay,
That I expected a bit more of a when I read the trailer, like we think of like roguelites. I expected
right.
something a bit more. I don't say dumb down as an insult, but I didn't expect something that robust graphically.
I agree. Yeah, based on the synopsis, it didn't really feel like it was going to be as detailed on the actual like plot and premise behind the game.
Yeah,
Upgrading this character or whatever so that you can, I guess, fight blobs of meat. I don't know what the bad guy was on the screen, if that
yeah.
even was the bad guy that he was flicking off. But that looked pretty cool. I was like, okay, caught me by
Yeah.
surprise, and then I was like, okay, this looked like something that I could get into. It
I
kind of
agree.
looks like I don't know, say if what's the game on Nintendo with the gun, Samus.
Oh yeah. Metroid. Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know why I was getting like Smash TV vibes from the start. I don't know why.
Okay.
Like a 3D sort of Smash TV. Obviously, you don't have a teammate though.
Yeah.
Well, that's our take on KIBORG. Let's go to the next trailer. Our last one, Skin Deep.
Window games.
And a Pyrrha, so
Good morning,
you that's a good
Nina.
sign.
As this ship's premium insurance policy, your mission is to free all members of the crew from the pirate incursion. Due to limitations in the freezing process, equipment must be procured on site. Corp has authorized all necessary property damage.
They really ride him
Everybody
into
check
the.
in.
Right.
That's
This
different.
concludes your insurance commando orientation.
Charlie here. Delta here.
Good luck.
Normal here.
Thanks, crew. Looking good.
Nina, I heard you're getting back in the game.
Who are these people?
These pirates regenerate.
What do I do with the head?
Flush her head down the toilet.
I'm doing something personal, Lion. One job only.
Show yourself.
I want Nina Pasadena dead. Is everyone ready to fight?
We'll go with you to the end, Nina.
Get me to the refractor!
It's too dangerous.
Danger, wonky space. Danger, wonky space.
Enjoy the ride, Bojo.
All right. That was not what I expected, especially
It
from like
was
the
not.
graphic.
Right. But I'm pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, the art style is kind of weird, but again, it's Annapurna, so they kind of curate those very quirky indie games.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I laughed a couple times during the trailer. That don't happen too often. It was outlandish. I like it. I won't be playing it on PC, but whenever it drops on consoles, I will definitely check that out.
Yeah. That looked like a good time.
Yeah,
And it's I don't know. We're kind of unique in his premise.
exactly.
Thing. I think that'll be one of those games you could just play and laugh and have a good time and just enjoy, not too much stress. I like that. Oh,
Right.
good.
All right, so that's it for the games this week, Brian. What's going on with you, man?
I am preparing my review for Ryan Coogler, Michael B. Jordan Sinners movie. Yes, the amazing Sinners movie.
See it if you haven't seen it. Seriously.
Right. Definitely see if you haven't seen it. The IMAX thing, I don't know. Because Warner Brothers, they announced that they were gonna put it back in IMAX,
Yeah, I
like
saw
in
that too.
select theaters. So I don't know if that'll spread out over the entire country and like give me opportunity to see it in IMAX again, but I hope so because I would definitely like to see it in IMAX again. It was amazing in IMAX.
Right. Yeah, it was amazing. Just in general, it was amazing. I haven't seen it in
Yeah,
IMAX, so but yeah, so
exactly. But yeah, working on or I'm about to release the review for that, and that's pretty much it. What about you?
Time of this recording, my last video from HawkCon dropped, and that's the HawkCon retrospective. So if you missed any of the other videos, all the other videos in one video, plus some B-roll footage and everything. So that's out. And then next week we'll start my coverage from BlerdCon, as well as my interview with Andrea Renee Washington. So I met her at BlerdCon, and then I ended up doing a full interview with her last week. So that'll be out next week too. So you get a double dose of the lovely Andrea Rose Washington. And then next week I will be at PAX East, so we'll have a lot to talk about when I come back from that as well. But you know, we are, ladies and gentlemen, nerds of the world, the NRW. Let us know how you feel about the whole Xbox price increases and the GTA 6 delay, amongst other things, on our social medias, on X at the NRW, excuse me, Twitter, not X. We're not giving Elon, especially with what I've been through the past couple months.
Wow.
No satisfaction whatsoever. Twitter, at the NRW, Instagram, not saying Zuckerberg is any better, but still, he ain't cost people to know their jobs. Zuckerberg and Facebook and Instagram, new release Wednesday. And of course, you're currently on YouTube, owned by Alphabet. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.